Welcome. Good evening, guys. Well, we got some new R. Kelly news. R. Kelly's ex allowed to use singer's royalty checks for back child support. So, Andrea Kelly's lawyer says that the singer again is late on back child support payments. And R. Kelly's ex-wife will be able to skim child support payments from his music royalties after the jailed R&B singer again fell months behind on payments to his 3 children. After a brief hearing Monday at the Daly Center, most of it conducted in Cook County Judge Lori Rosen's chambers, lawyers for Kelly and his ex-wife Andrea emerged with an order allowing the singers $20,000 monthly payments to be deducted from payments from his music distributors. Kelly in May paid child support to cover payments due through July, but has not made a payment since, said Allison Mota, lawyer for Andrea Kelly. Kelly owes more than $60,000, Andrea's lawyer said, and Kelly has been jailed at the Federal Metropolitan Correctional Center after prosecutors in July announced charges against the singer for allegedly making pornographic videos with underage girls and for bribing and intimidating witnesses in the 2008 state trial on child porn charges that ended with Kelly's acquittal. Kelly's lawyer, Stephen Greenberg, said the singer's account and assets were seized by federal authorities after his July indictment. Kelly was dropped by his record label earlier this year, and while streaming music services have continued to make his songs available, they have ceased to promote Kelly's music, limiting the income generated from his catalog. He has no access to his information and no real knowledge of his finances, and if he has adequate funds to make payments, he would make payments, Greenberg said. He has never shirked his responsibilities. In interviews before he was jailed on the federal charges, Kelly had said his finances were in disarray despite a decades-long career as a chart-topping artist. After his arrest for sexual abuse charges in Cook County in February, Kelly spent 3 nights in jail because he was unable to raise $100,000 he needed to post bond. So a few weeks later, he was locked up again over an unpaid balance for child support and related expenses that totaled more than $160,000, and again had spent 3 nights in lockup before he raised the 6-figure sum he needed to get out of jail. Greenberg's co-counsel in the child support case, Lisa D'Amaco, withdrew from the case in September and has asked Rosen to order Kelly to pay her $12,000 in unpaid fees. So, Drea will now be getting the money that he gets from his royalty payments just so that she gets paid on time, and R. Kelly doesn't have a lawyer, Lisa, no more. It's representing him in court, so Greenberg decided to step in, I guess, in the moment and do what he had to do. So Kells has to pay up. He has to pay the lawyer and he has to pay Andrea. So all his royalties, a piece of that will automatically go to Lisa and it will automatically go to Drea. According to this article, he's going to be broke. You know, that's why I guess they're doing that dollar for the king thing so that he can get money to pay for his lawyers, to pay for his defense fund. Well, good luck with that, guys, because, yes, he has a lot of fans. Yes, he does. But a lot of people aren't really supporting him like that. They're really not. So he's going to remain put, y'all. So those that have their 10 toes deep and stuff like that, Good luck for your man because he ain't going nowhere. He gonna be broke. He gonna be in there for like 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, maybe 100 years. Who knows? Um, yeah, so the star is in deep shit. And that's all I have to say. So Andrea and Kelly have 3 children, and Jay is 19 years old. They were born in 2000 in the year 2000. Joanne Kelly, she's about 21 years old, and she was born in 1998. And then Robert Kelly is 17 years old, and he was born in 2002. So, there's this laws on age, and they say that termination of child support age of majority. Now, I know you guys are like, oh, the big kids are grown. There's only one that's 17, da 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 da. Why is she getting all this money? Blah, blah, blah. Well, the termination of child support age of majority is the legal age established under state law at which an individual is no longer a minor and as a young adult has the right and responsibility to make certain legal choices that adults make. Thus, when people use the term age of majority, they are generally referring to when a young person reaches the age where one is considered to be an adult. In some states, child support stops when a child is 18 or graduates from high school. In others, it stops at 21. Like in New York, it stops at 21. The majority of states use 18 as the age of majority. In cases where the youth is still in high school, the age of majority may extend beyond 18. So in Illinois, 18 years of age or 19 if the child is still attending high school. And then in Georgia, it says that the age 18 support order entered after July 1st, 1992 may provide for the extension of child support to age 20 if the child is still in high school. So, like I said, she has 3 children, and they're of the ages of 19, 21, and 17. So, technically, if she did this in Illinois, 18 or 19 is the age. So she has a 19-year-old and a 17-year-old. So they're the only 2 that are collecting child support. And then it says in Georgia, 18 to 20. So if the kid is still in school. And Joanne Kelly, she's 21. So she no longer, that's it. Like, that's the end of it for her. She don't get no more child support. That's it. She has to fend for herself. It is what it is. But as far as the 19-year-old and the 17-year-old, he still has to pay child support for them. And then we know that her alimonies had stopped back in, I believe it was 2014, because that's when she got married to her new husband. To Brian McKee. Brian McKee, back in April of 2014. So that's like her alimony stopped. She was still getting child support, but there's a little news article that I was reading that said that he wasn't paying child support. He was not paying child support like he should have. She was going back and forth with him for a while. The report that I read was from the Chicago Tribune, and it said R. Kelly's ex-wife fighting over finances for years. and newly released divorce filings show that R. Kelly and his former wife have been battling over finances for more than a decade, which the embattled R&B singer and his reality TV star ex each claiming poverty at times. Newly released divorce filings show a Cook County judge sealed the divorce records from public view just as a lengthy dispute over money and child custody reached a boiling point in 2013. Kelly sought to reduce his child support payments, citing a steady decline in his popularity and a resulting drop in his income. About the same time, ex-wife Drea Kelly accused him of hiding assets. You see that? She accused him of hiding assets. So he's been doing this for a while to duck the IRS. He's been doing this for a while to duck his ex-wife for child support payments. And now he's hiding his money to act like he's broke and he can't pay all of this and he can't pay that and he can't do this and he can't do that. How am I supposed to make money? How am I supposed to get money? I got $3 in my bank account and I can't do nothing. I need money. I need money for my defense fund. Y'all gotta help me, people. People, help me. That nigga is so full of shit. And y'all falling for every goddamn thing he's saying. Keep doing that dollar for the defense fund because he's never gonna get out. You're wasting your money and your time. So good luck with that. Because there's tons and tons and tons of evidence piled up against this man. And y'all just don't see it. You're saying, oh my God, the injustice. The girls chased him. And this and that and all. He was the adult in the situation the whole time. So who you blaming? You need to be blaming that man, okay? Then it says the conflict was among many disclosed as the circuit clerk's office released hundreds of pages of documents late Monday on the orders of the judge overseeing the child custody fight. The Chicago Tribune and WBEZ 91.5 FM intervened to open the case to the public after reporters had been barred from the domestic relations courtroom after R. Kelly was criminally charged in Cook County with sexually abusing several underage girls years ago. Last week, his legal woes grew significantly as federal authorities in Chicago and Brooklyn, New York, brought separate indictments as well. Among other revelations, the unsealed divorce filings show Kelly was repeatedly accused of failing and falling behind on child support in recent years. The two married in Colorado in 1997, according to Kelly's 2006 divorce petition. The couple had 3 children who were minors when the divorce was finalized in January 2009. So the oldest child was about, 10 or 11, because the little one was born in, let's see, 2000. Yeah, so they were like, 8, 10, and like 12 or something like that, And then about 6 months after Kelly was acquitted in a sensational child pornography trial in Chicago. So his divorce was finalized in 2009, which was 6 months after the fact of his trial in 2008. The divorce agreement awarded Drea Kelly a one-time $1 million payment and then $250,000 a year in child support and $10,000 a month in alimony. So she was collecting that $10,000 from 2009 to 2014. So we got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So for 5 years, she was collecting alimony payments. And throughout the 5 years, she was supposed to be collecting $250,000 a year in child support. Now, the alimony ended after Drea, she remarried. But Kelly was still required to pay child support as of March, when he was jailed for failing to make overdue payments. You see that? Overdue payments. So he missed some payments throughout the years and still owed her money. Now, the mute R. Kelly didn't come out. I think they came out in what, 2017 or 18, something like that, and started trying to shut him down as of then. I think it might have been maybe 2017 to 18, one of those 2 years. And this is what happened. This is what helped shut him down. But he was already falling apart. He was already losing money. Why? Because he wasn't packing venues. He wasn't doing a lot of concerts. He wasn't doing a lot of stuff. He said due to his health, and his age difference, people stopped going to see him, you know what I mean? So it says the unsealed filings also allege Kelly fell behind on child support in 2009. He also failed in 2013, and he also failed in 2014. In 2013, the singer sought to reduce his child support payments, claiming he had seen a steady decline in his popularity, due in part to his age, drastic decline in record sales. See what I was saying? So he was like, I'm not making enough money, my age, and my popularity is declining. I'm not as famous as I was once upon a time in a story. People aren't really loving me like that anymore. So, and I'm getting old now. So that was his line. So he said, increased album purchase prices and overall economic downturn. So he's blaming it on the expensiveness of his CDs. He's saying, people aren't really buying my stuff like that because the market prices are so high, so people can't afford to buy my CDs. Man, give me a fucking break. If somebody wanted to go buy your CD, they would buy your motherfucking CD. The same way you got these supporters out here giving you $1 for the king, right? Okay, so excuse after excuse after excuse this man is coming up with. Y'all can't see the injustice on his side? Really? Just weeks earlier, Kelly played the Pitchfork Music Festival in Chicago to an adoring crowd. He played additional music festivals that year and collaborated with young artists including Lady Gaga and Justin Bieber. In response, Andrea Kelly tried to have his monthly payments increased, saying Kelly had gone to great extents to hide his income and assets, which he did because everybody knows now that he has accounts in his friends or family's name, and they're holding his money so that the money doesn't get confiscated. You understand? So he has a stash of money that nobody knows about, that nobody's going to touch. But the IRS is going to find out, and the IRS is going to put a freeze on that as well, and they're going to confiscate whatever money that's owed to them. So like I said, he's going to be broke. So in response, Andrea tried to have his monthly payments increased, right? And to hide income. So she also noted that in the filing that her pay from the reality TV show, she was on Hollywood X's, which wasn't sufficient to paying the bills. So she wasn't making enough money to pay her bills and take care of the kids and the house and all that other shit. So in 2014, Kelly's attorney revealed that the singer faced a tax liability of more than $7 million and that the mortgage on his house in suburban Olympia Fields, often mentioned as the site of his alleged improper sexual encounters with teenage girls, had been foreclosed. So the bank took his shit, his house, because he owed money on it. More than $70 million on taxes for that house. So you got money stashed, you owe the IRS, you owe your kids, but you're paying for your girlfriend's boobs, buying them clothes, Chanel bags, and all this other shit, right? Okay. And your homies, liquor, drugs, you buy your cigars, and you pay for your girls to travel back and forth with you. So all your money is being spent on all this stuff, and you're blaming who? Okay, ridiculous. As long as standing allegations of predatory sexual behavior against Kelly gained public traction in recent years, his former wife has accused him of withholding payments as punishment for her speaking out about his alleged abuse. In turn, Kelly has said her public allegations have made it difficult for him to earn money. Now he's blaming it on Andrea. He's blaming it on Andrea as the reason why people are not looking at him like that anymore, and they're turning their backs on him, and nobody's buying stuff from him because she came out. No, nigga, no. No to the no. No to the no. It's your fault. You're the reason why. It's your fault. Nobody else's fault. Your fault. You had yes men, you was paying dudes off, and they were doing everything you wanted them to do. Bring me that girl over there. Yeah, here, give this number to this girl over there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, tell her I'm going to pick her up tomorrow on a flight if she can come. I'll have the plane tickets ready for her. Oh, yeah, tell this chick that I'm going to have an Uber come and pick her up. Or mira, you. Yes. Snap of the fingers, yes, you see? You, yes. Light my cigar. Give me a drink. And then you over there, mommy. Yeah, whatever your name is. Fulana. Come over here and go give that nigga head. And let me watch. While he's smoking his cigar, watching. Can you picture it now? Can you picture it, y'all? Can you picture the realness of what's really going on? Because y'all don't see none of that. Y'all just be like, oh, the girls are hovering him. They want him so bad. And yes, they do. Like every other bitch that's out here supporting him. Y'all all want some of him. Okay, and y'all trying to act like it's all the girls. But you included, because if the shoe was on the other foot and you were those girls, the way y'all act, y'all would definitely be the same as those girls. And then later on crying because you're hurt, you've been abused, you've been molested, you've been mentally and emotionally disturbed, and you're gonna say, okay, so he's giving me money so I can shut up and I can leave? All right then, let me get my boobs done, let me get my money, and I'll leave you alone. And then 10 years later, you're so filled with guilt and pain, and you don't know how to get over things, and things have emotionally messed up your mind. You're in another zone. You're a whole nother person from when you first met this guy. And now you're like, you know what? That little $1,000, that $100,000, that $250,000 wasn't enough for me. I want justice. Now you go to the cops. Okay? And if you sign the non-disclosure agreement, you have to wait at least 10 years before you even open your mouth, because if not, then you're going to have to pay that money back he gave you. So you got to be smart about it, right? Okay, so don't try to play that shit. Don't try to play that shit. Like, you people, I can't. You're ridiculous. And then now y'all all bickering and fighting and all this craziness going on back and forth with each other and shit. Like, y'all not helping. Y'all not helping. But keep doing y'all. So, it says that, in the months since, his legal troubles have escalated, including last week's federal indictments in New York and Chicago accusing him of wide-scale racketeering charges and obstructing justice before his 2008 Cook County trial. He was taken into custody as he walked his dog near his residence in Trump Tower in Chicago. Earlier this year, he was indicted on Cook County charges that he sexually assaulted one victim and sexually abused 3 others years ago. All but one were underage at the time the charges were alleged. Kelly had been free on those charges after a woman who identified herself as a friend posted the necessary $100,000 of a $1 million bond. The newly released divorce records show that Andrea Kelly initially sought to subpoena the woman in an apparent effort to learn whether the money had come from Kelly himself. At the time, he owed more than $160,000 in overdue child support. So, Andrea, you're the reason why we all found out who that Miss Love chick was, whatever her name was, Valencia, whatever. So thank you for that, Andrea. Thank you for that. We needed to know where that came from. Thank you. And Andrea Kelly hinted at the long legal tussle in comments for the Lifetime documentary series Surviving R. Kelly, which featured multiple women accusing Kelly of wrongdoing and amplified the wave of public backlash against the singer. People think that and this is what Andrea says, quote, people think that I'm living this great lavish life, but they don't understand, she said. People just think, oh, she wants to come forward now because the checks stopped. The checks have been over for a very long time. So she was just letting y'all know, she read y'all, she told y'all, that's what it is. You see, now you know that's what it was. He was missing payments from this year, that year, and that year. From 2009, 2013, and 2014, he missed payments. So therefore, that's why she went back to court with him, because he was missing payments. So, Kelly, time's up. Time's up, dude. Stop crying and whining like a baby. Grow some balls. Be a man. Admit what you did. Take your fucking time and run with it. And if it so happens to be that you dropped the soap, oops. Karma is the thing. Karma is real. So, don't do unto others that you do not want done to you. And that's the end of my commentary, guys. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Peace.
Hello from the other side. I must have